to another episode of Don't Zip It with Dr. Zippy Okoth, and here I am ready to talk about integrity. A little background check. My name is Zippy Okoth, and I went to Asumbi Girls High School, and our motto was integrity. We had this song about our school anthem that we used to say, integrity is our motto, integrity is our motto. And so that brings me to the topic, what is integrity? When we talk about integrity, a lot of people vaguely brush it around. They say, oh, integrity, the person has integrity, the person does not have integrity. But integrity is something so simple. Integrity is about being honest with oneself. And being honest is about having the right moral principles, trying to be good even when no one is looking. That is integrity. In our everyday social circles, you realize a lot of people only try to be good when people are watching. But when you are a person of integrity, it does not matter who is watching. It's about your own self-actualization, your own conscience. What does your conscience tell you about this? Is it okay to be good? Is it okay to be honest? Is it okay to empathize? Is it okay to be disciplined? What are your moral principles? And that is one thing. Having gone to Asumbi Girls High School, it made us leave the institution different than when we were there. We went to university knowing we had to be honest. And even right now in my workplace, in my social circles, in my interactions, I find it almost impossible not to be upright, not to be honest, not to empathize, because these are things that I grew up knowing that I had to do it. It was a way of life. My parents are also generally very honest people, very generous. They empathize with, I think, almost everyone. I was brought up to believe that people are generally good. Unless otherwise, unless you wrong them, do people tend to be bad. Yes, life happens. Even in this city, I have been conned a few times. But then I still believe that those are just the 20% who are not good. 80% of people in this world are good. And as an individual, if you have your integrity and you move around with that kind of thinking, then it will also encourage you to learn to be good to other people. It will encourage you to empathize with other people, to be honest, to be disciplined, to be respectful to others and even to their own surroundings. So when we talk about integrity, there are a few things that we can talk about. How can you be an individual with integrity? One, you need to learn to keep your word and to commit. Be truthful to people. If you tell them, I will meet you tomorrow, don't wait until tomorrow then put off your phone. Don't wait until tomorrow then tell them, oh, you know, something came up. If something came up, then tell them the moment that thing comes up and plan another day, plan another time, or plan to meet them earlier before that thing which has come up. Because when you are loyal and committed to people, it doesn't matter what you're gaining from them. It matters about, what matters is your word. Keeping your word and knowing this is what I said and this is what I am going to be committed to. Another thing about having integrity is to respect others. When you're talking about respecting others, we're not talking about bowing down to other people or saying yes, my lord, or saying yes to everything. When you talk about respect to others, we're talking about respecting people, respecting their family, respecting their space. If I come and put this cup of tea here, if I did not give it to you, leave it there. If you need it, you can ask, can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a sip of your drink? And something like that. That is respecting people's space. If somebody has given you a workspace or a work table that you are sharing with someone and their stuff is on the same area with yours, it is not okay to enter into somebody's bag just because you're sharing the same space. You enter into their bag and pick something and say, I know she will not cause. Even if the person is not going to have an issue with it, it is just important to ask, may I please have a pen from your bag? May I please just have maybe some lotion from your bag? May I have a paper from your notebook? Instead of just assuming, give me that notebook, let me just have a page from it. Some people want to be neat. They do not want their notebook scrapped every moment. There are people who have got maybe 3 pens in their bags. When you pick any, you may be having the pen that they're so intimate about. Maybe it was a present. So sometimes it's about respect. And then another very important thing, especially in this social media age, is about respecting other people's opinions. When you go to the social media websites, somebody has posted something on their page. It does not matter whether you agree or disagree with them. As long as you're on their page, If you disagree with them, find a polite language of saying that you disagree with them. Not going onto somebody's page and abusing them and saying how their ideas are rubbish. If you want to oppose them by using abusive words, go to your own page and then say, I do not like Zippy's post. She did this, she said this, she said that. So that people with negative thoughts can come and comment on your what? On your page. But you do not go and comment on somebody's page because that is their opinion. They are entitled to their opinion. And you are entitled to yours. And it is normal for human beings not to have the same opinion. Because, I mean, if we all had the same opinion, the world would be so boring. What would we arguing about? There would be no room for development or for growth or for intellectual discussions. Then, take responsibility for your actions. It doesn't matter how big or how small the risk is. It doesn't matter how big or how small the damage is. When you start something, you must see it to the end. How will it be actualized and how will it come to an end? Will it be successful, or if it fails, whose responsibility is it? You have to be able to know, this is where I went wrong, this is how it went wrong, and this is what we can do to make it better. And that is only possible if you're a person of integrity. But if you're not a person of integrity, you'll start blaming others. Oh, it's because the members of my team were lazy. Oh, it's because members of my team, they were not keeping time. That is not a person of integrity. A person of integrity, if you are working within a team, then it means that you take team responsibility. You don't say it's so and so. You say, we were not able to. We tried this and we want to do this. And then another thing, if you're a person of integrity, that you need to do is to pay attention to details. Pay attention to people and keep good friends. When you are able to listen to what people say, then you are able to pick the details of the things they like and the things they do not like. You're able to know what is it that encourages them to be more. What are the things that motivates or demotivates them? So pay attention to detail. When you also pay attention to detail, it also makes you a better leader and a better team player. And so these are things that we look at every day. We undergo them, or we see people undergoing them, but we do not take the risk to be able to stand up for others because we are too scared of being criticized. We are too scared of being put in the same group of those people whom we have criticized before. But if you're a person of integrity, you will learn to keep good friends. Keeping good friends means you will be able to be part of the team. You will be able to be humble enough. You will be patient with your friends. Of course, they are your friends. So you'll be patient with them. You'll be humble amidst them. You will be able to guide them, and you'll be honest and truthful to them. And you will be committed and loyal to them. But there are a lot of things that affect people's integrity. And these are things like our cultural scopes. Especially the African cultural traditional values had great principles and values and issues of integrity. In that, we were brought up to know that we should be able to help anyone at any discourse. We should be able to stand for each other. We should be able to plan to do good to people and not harm. You know, there are two instances where somebody may not do any good to you, but they may be planning harm. And as a person of integrity, it is important that we desist from that, because those are the things that really drain us as human beings, as Kenyans, as friends, as Nairobians, and generally as what? As whichever circle you are in. But another thing is our religious values. What are your religious values? Whether you're Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, what are your religious values? What is it that you believe in? So when we talk about integrity, we have got the general 5 basic principles that cut across any religion, any culture, and any socialization. And the first one is self-control. Knowing your space and respecting other people's spaces is self-control. And that is even in terms of opinion. Another one is planning good to other people, always hoping for the best and doing good to other people. Another one is not planning on any harm to other people. You should, as much as you are doing good, do not plan any harm, do not think of any harm, and do not be in the group that is doing or planning harmful things to others. Then another one is fairness to people, having no prejudice, being very objective and not subjective. Like when you want to correct somebody, telling them, I do not like what you have done. Not telling them, I do not like you because you have done this. No. You tell them, I do not like the way you told me this. I do not like the way you pushed my stuff on the side. That way somebody feels that whatever they did is what's wrong, not them. And then the other one is fidelity. And fidelity, we are not just talking about faithfulness to people we are related with or people whom we are in a relationship with. When we talk about fidelity, we are talking about being loyal and being committed to causes that we start, causes that we are doing. Being loyal and committed to the things that we are doing in our lives, and even the things that we committed with at the workplace, at home, and even in the society in general. So, as we close this conversation, I want to ask, what are your values? What are your principles? Do you have a value or do you have values? What is the price on your head? You know, somebody said once, everyone has a price. Some people may have such a high price that if you want to bribe them, you will really have to go through big lengths. But what is your price? Can you be bought? Can your integrity be bought? Or do you have such deeply enrooted values that for somebody to even think, not even to buy, for somebody to even think of buying your integrity, then even their own integrity, they'll have questioned their own moral principles and sat back and said, it's not worth it. So as a person, as an individual, what is integrity? As Zippy, I still believe that motto that was instilled in me when I was 13 years old at Asumbi Girls High School still goes around with me. I try to be humble as much as I can, a lot of times. Though as a human being, sometimes I break my pot because if somebody is stepping on my feet, I can assure you that's not an issue of humility. If you step on my feet, I will deal with you. And that one to me is about protecting me and protecting others, isn't it? So that is also about preventing harm. When you stand up for your voice, for other people, that one is having a cause to live for. So what do you believe in? What cause do you have in your life? What do you stand for? It must be something good. Generally, as a country, we have got our national values. Do you know what they are? That's up to you. Take your time, just go check. Our national values are principles that can lead you to make your life better anytime, anywhere, any day. And that's all for today. I'd like to leave you with one word. Integrity is my motto. Integrity is your motto. Until next time, bye-bye.